Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
William, hey.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we finally got the context of the meaning of that scene in the last episode of Kiramager right now.
Yeah.
For months, my brain has been right. What was the context of that scene? I'm so glad we finally have the context of that scene.
God, honestly. And to be honest, like... hold on, let me put that down. This feels like... I really wish I knew about this earlier. Also, I'm also kind of like, okay, so here's the thing. I'm conflicted about this movie, as we'll call it. It's really just an episode, honestly.
It's a full-length episode, pretty much.
Yeah, or at least, a special episode.
You can say that about anything, to be honest, that it's a full-length episode.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they call them movies. They are not movies. They really aren't. But this is well done. This is really well done, right? But the thing is, because of how good this was, I really wish this was what the rest of the series was, and that's why I'm really glad we had this, but I also wish we kind of didn't, if only because then I wouldn't feel really disappointed with everything else that happened in Kiramager, because it was actually really good. I'm actually impressed by what they did here. Like, first of all, I mean, because you get like a very you get the new character who is, I don't remember what her name was. Minjo, I think it was.
The sister.
Yeah, the sister, right?
The sister character that was introduced in episode 20, and then they forgot about the rest of the season, and then they had to write her back into the series. But by that point, they were too far, so they're just like, "Hey, yo, fuck it, put her in the movie instead."
Yeah, and so like, she actually feels like a good, intimidating villain, right?
No, I love the actress that they chose for this.
Yeah.
She was really good. Throughout this entire movie, the actress gave me the... what was the name of the actress that played Agatha in WandaVision?
Agatha... Oh, I don't remember her name. I know who you... I mean, we just mentioned the character's name, so I guess people will get it, right? But I know what you mean. Like, she...
what is it? Caitlin Han?
Hold on.
Catherine...
Agatha and WandaVision.
Fuck, how do you pronounce this name? How do you pronounce this?
Hold on. Catherine Hahn?
Yeah, Catherine Hahn. She gave me a Catherine Hahn vibe throughout the entire movie whenever she was on.
It is fantastic. Like, I wish she was a mainstay. I really do. Oh my god. And it's just like, and we also get like a new, a new monster design that fits with the theme of this episode,
Yeah, like, hey, we get an actual monster design.
Yeah, and it's just like
that isn't a guy in a bodysuit.
Yeah,
with a stupid prop on his head going ooga booga booga.
Yeah,
what's up?
I'm glad it's not like the regular suit with a sheep's head or something. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just so glad, right? Because and also she has like the best introduction as a villain, than as just pure villain. Because she literally just what's the word? She hands. I don't remember the word. She kicks Takamichi's ass, right?
Yeah.
Like so easily, and the most and what is the most creative ways I've seen, considering that she's like a nightmare queen, right? And so so it's fun to see her transport him into other and fight him in other locations, because like, oh wait, how is this happening? He's like, it's a dream, and it's like, and then she does the whole, she swings down a scythe on him and everything, and then it's the title screen of this episode, because I refuse to call it a movie, really. It's really fucking good. I can't get over how fucking good this is, right? Oh yeah, I guess before that, are we still doing the title, by the way?
What title? Wait, are you talking about the title of our weekly unnamed discussion series about Mashin Sentai Kiramager, a no longer reaching discussion series about Mashin Sentai Kiramager, where I, Austin, a person with years of knowledge of tokusatsu and Super Sentai, and joined by my friend William, that's you, William, a person with no knowledge of Catherine Hahn. on as we talk about Mashin Sentai Kiramager, the movie Be-Bop Dream.
Yeah. Also, not the best name, I think, right? But I don't know if Be-Bop has a particular meaning. So
I don't think it means anything. I think they just fucking chose I don't think that first phrase means anything.
Because I know there is Cowboy Bebop. I don't know if maybe
Bebop is the name of jazz music, and that's it. Right?
So, what, Jazzy Dreams? I don't know. I don't know where they got Bebop from, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know where they got Bebop from. It literally has no meaning within this movie sense whatsoever. They literally could have just named this thing Agatha Dreams or something like that, or WandaVision Dreams. That's not a non-copyrighted term that they use.
Oh my god.
So anyway, so this movie actually opens up real well too, by the way. It's a really strong opening where we get Jiru and Tometomo, our two bros from the series, right?
Right.
With the two character dynamics of being bros and everything, right?
Yeah,
that they clearly established in the show. Waking up on a beach. I wonder what's the meaning of waking up on a beach is. Do you think there's gonna be a house there, or a top that spins, or something like that on this beach? Meaning, right? Do you think they're waking up in a dream? Right?
You think that
according to the Wikipedia page of the last scene? So I can understand the context of this joke because like I have previously established within our channel, I still have not seen the last third act of Inception, and I refuse to do so to this point.
Wait, are you refusing? You can just watch it now.
That is the hill I am dying on, alright? Out of everything I have said or done, that is the one thing I would choose to die on. I would not watch the last third act of Inception.
Austin, here's what I'm gonna do, okay? Next time we're going to a barbecue or something, I'm gonna go over to your house early and play Inception for you, so you can finish the goddamn movie.
No. Well, you can play Inception, but as soon as they get to the ice, to the snow place, that's where we're cutting off the movie.
Hey, you remember? Do you remember A Clockwork Orange? Or have you ever seen? Yeah. You remember that scene where they keep his eyes open to watch all that shit? That's gonna be you soon, okay, Austin? Gonna be you.
I'm still very annoyed by how... Off topic real quick, tangent, right? I was still really annoyed about my whole Inception experience. I was watching Inception, right?
Yeah.
Then I fell asleep watching Inception. I fell asleep at the third act, but the problem was, when I fell asleep, I dreamt I watched the final act of Inception. So when I woke up in my middle of my dream, when the credit was rolling in real life. And I was really freaking myself out at that point. I was like, oh wait, is Inception real? Am I being Inception right now? I was honestly actually tilted with myself when I was watching Inception that time. How I fell asleep watching Inception and I dreamt I finished watching Inception. No, that was my dream. My actual dream was that I dreamt the last third act of Inception.
Oh my god.
That I was actually dreaming that I was watching the last third act of Inception.
God.
It was really meta now that I think about it.
Yeah, it really is. Considering it's about dreams, so makes sense.
Yeah. So Jiro and Tomito wakes up on the beach. Meanwhile Takamichi find this mysterious sheep creature. He's like, who's this guy? This doesn't look like our regular enemies that we fight. We fight every single week. God, this thing has this design is actually very horrifying if you look at this creature. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it until like halfway through the movie when I actually paid attention to his design. Holy shit, he just has fucking sheep face. He has a sheep crotch, a sheep belly button, a sheep left boob, and a sheep right boob.
I was just gonna go with sheep nipples, but you know what? You do you.
Yeah.
He has sheep hands and like, he's all sheep, and it's kind of like I wonder if he counts himself to sleep at night. I don't know.
Look.
I just noticed too. He also has sheep knees.
Yeah.
Oh my
and I
God.
think his foot are also sheep. Here's the thing, William. Do you think he is a sheep or is he made of sheep?
I mean, his head is sheep, right? So maybe he's just multiple sheep.
Is he just one sheep or
He's one sheep who has killed his enemy sheep and wears them as trophies.
Jesus, he kills other sheep.
Yeah, he kills other sheep.
Yeah, so Takemichi gets beaten up. They find him and everything, but it's like the middle of the night.
Oh, he has sheep shoulders too. God, how many sheep?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
And then he has some mysterious symbol like he's under a sleeping curse or some shit, and like he's cursed right now. Then turns out all around the world of Japan, other people are like this right now, where they're in a sleeping curse.
Yeah.
And everything. Mm-hmm.
And then we got Mabushino basically I think
giving us the MacGuffin.
Yeah, the MacGuffin
of the movie.
The MacGuffin. It's like Dreamstone. And I guess anyone who holds it becomes the master of dreams, which is kind of which is an interesting power. It's just like I don't know. It's just I don't see the need for a Dreamstone in the first place, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's really just MacGuffin, like where it just allows you.
It's for the episode, but like
it whoever has it allows you to bring them into their dream world or some shit.
Yeah, which is it's still kind of weird to me, if only because it's just like, I guess it's like to share dreams or whatever. But I'm like, what's the purpose of it to, like, what? Why would someone create this Dreamstone to share dreams? I'm just kind of wonder why at that point.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird thing that isn't getting explained, right? It's like it just exists, right? It's not like there's like some ancient weapon or whatever the fuck. It's just like here's a thing that exists for the sake of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, and I accept that, if only because we do get a really good episode, out of this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a thing. I just accept it, and then that's it. Also, fucking again, they're kind of doing the whole bro thing with Tamatomo and Joe. I mean, So just to my machine is explained, but then we kind of switched to what was his name? Was it Fire?
Yeah, Fire.
Well, yeah, the Fire. What the stone, right? That you're
it's straight up called Fire.
Right. Yeah. He starts to explain about the Dreamstone too, right?
He has to explain the MacGuffin device.
Yeah, because Juru and Tamatomo are also in the dream, right? Also, Juru calls Tamatomo Tamakun, so I'm surprised. Again, they're going off the bro thing that was never established beforehand.
Yeah, once again, these people do not hang out after they leave fucking Carrot. They all go their life and they all tell each other, don't contact me outside of work. I will not pick up. This is my work. This is my home phone line. This is my work number. You only contact me through that.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. I also kind of find it funny that when Drew is like, oh yeah, so how did we get here? He's like, oh yeah, I fell asleep. And he has that sleep cap, right? Which I will never understand why people wear sleep caps, because I don't think it's necessary. But like fucking, Wait, are you about to explain to me why sleep caps?
No. I was gonna say it's stupid. I don't understand the purpose of a sleep cap either.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like the only argument against is to keep your head warm at night.
Well, you know what? If it's in a cold region, then I get it, right? But like.
But I feel like at that point I was like, but I feel like if you're gonna wear a sleep cap, it has to be cold enough to the point where you should probably get like some actual
like heating, right, or something.
Yeah. Right. Right, like how the Arctics or something, you actually see like a whole fur, like a whole not fur, but like you actually cover yourself head to toe, right?
Yeah,
right. Like I feel like the weather there would never be a weather shift to the point where you're like, man, I really wish I had a fucking sleep cap tonight, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no balance of weather, right? Like the only thing where it's either it's actual freezing or you can sleep without it, right? That's like the only ever time you would ever wear you would have something to cover your head at night.
Yeah, honestly.
Like if it's actually freezing temperature where it could kill you. And then there's maybe a polar bear outside your tent begging to let itself in because its home was being reduced by carbon emissions caused by humanity and their need to continue oil exposition because as humanity has not found a renewable energy source to allow them to survive yet. on the planet, right?
Oh my god. It's too real now. Why would you do this? No, this is a dream. I refuse to believe that you actually said this.
That's right. Well, hey, look, that's what Marjorie Taylor Greene says. Global warming is just a dream.
You know? Because, you know, she's crazy enough that I would believe that. I would believe that she said that, you know, if you told me that straight up. Honestly. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, Tamatomo in, like, I just kind of find it funny that Jiro, like, kind of fucking wakes, like, he's in a dream and he still has a nightcap in the dream for some fucking reason.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's funny, but, like, so, I get it. It's for the joke. But, you know, I'm like, huh, alright, sure. But yeah, fucking,
it makes no sense.
Yeah, but then, you know, he meets up with Tamatomo in the dream, right? And then, you know, they find Minjo in, like, Remudon?
The Ram monster.
Remudon.
Yeah, Ram. I'm just calling her Ram. Fuck it. It's so much fucking with me.
Yeah.
I still can't get her. This actress has such, like, a great, like, this threatening voice, too, right? Yeah, I really love this actress that they chose for this movie.
She's just very self-assured in her position of power, you know? Basically, she knows that nobody can really fuck with her. Because she thinks everything that they do is like, fucking amusing. And then so, like, when they try anything against her, she just kind of just chuckles. And she literally just uses her scythe and just blows them up off the cliff and into the ocean.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking... She just laughs. It's like, wow, she's just assured. She just knows she can't lose. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, yeah, I get, you know, because, you know, dreams and stuff. And it's just like, wow, that's fucking rough.
Yeah, so then Jiro and see this mysterious white girl in a white dress. Was like, uh-oh, is that a ghost? Looks like a ghost. In my ghost, years of ghost experience, that told me that's probably a ghost girl and everything. Right? Oh, yeah, they get a message in the dream world because apparently this ghost bitch can't actually communicate, so she has to write words or some shit. Right?
Yeah. And so, you know, they see her, but they apparently can't see her face. I mean, we can't see it because the sun glares. But I'm like, I don't think the sun's glaring in your eyes. You should be able to tell. She's not that far. But, you know, mystery is a mystery. So they go ahead and follow her after she runs off, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then meanwhile, in the werewolf, the team trying to figure out, all right, let's Inception this. Did everyone get their stupid conduct? Did everyone get their stupid spitting top? Or where the fuck else did they use in that movie as a dream conduct?
Yeah, did they have their totems? Who knows?
Yeah, remember to bring your totems and everything, and everyone goes to sleep.
Yeah, but if anything, they go through the wonderful random bullshit that is the rock people of Crystalia, right? Where basically Mabu is like, they're like, okay, so we have to dream to find them, right? But then they kind of figuring out, oh, well, how do we do that? And then Mabushina comes in and is like, oh yeah, you're gonna share your dream with me. You know, we can just share our dreams by touching people, right? I'm like, that's bullshit, but whatever, sure.
Yeah, not established whatsoever within your main series at any point.
I mean,
right?
To also be fair, in the main series, they don't establish a lot, and so whenever something happens, they just kind of say, "Yeah, that's how it works," and then just accept it.
You have to accept it. And remember when Mabushina could fucking create light that blinds people? Remember that?
Yeah, and then, you know, that never really comes into play.
Remember she went through puberty afterwards. Or some shit?
Wait, did she?
I mean, that's it. That's what she became when she got real bright. I assume that was
you say that's the puberty?
Wait. Yeah, I assume that was an analogy for her going through puberty.
Wait,
right?
But how late? How late? She's, like, of an age with these people, right?
Look, we never established the rock people's age within this series, alright?
No, she is! Because if I remember, like, she's, like, maybe at the most, like, 10 or 11 when Takamichi becomes, like, her brother, right? And, like, Hakata Minami was, like, fucking... He was a student. He was a high school student.
But here's the thing, you don't know how fast, what's the age difference, the age progression of crystal people, right? It could be, like, a dog year, like how one human year... Or one Crystalia year is like 20 human years or some shit.
Oh my god, what are you saying? They're like dog years. Oh my god. It's just everything we say whenever it comes to these people in fucking Kiramager, it gets worse somehow. Like, we call Mabushina a freak of nature, man. And now we're saying she's like a dog too? Jesus. Fuck. Oh my god.
So yeah, so anyway, they get transported to some Japanese festival dream and everything. Then we see a bunch of random civilians get shot and turn into Funko Pops.
I also kind of like the effect though. When she shoots the gun, it's the little smoke, and it's a cartoon thing. But I thought it was actually
it's cute. Yeah, it's like a dream. It's like a little bunch of dream, which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
and everything.
It looked really good.
Yeah.
Right, but
so then they establish Minjo and her storyline. Like, oh, hey, remember that episode where you guys went back in time or whatever the fuck, or something? I was there.
Yeah.
You killed my sister. Rest in peace, my sister. R.I.P.
Yeah, I don't think she cares. But then she's just like, during the destruction of Crystalia, she went in and just stole the Dreamstone right out from where it was. Also, I'm very surprised that while like everything was being destroyed, the Dreamstone didn't just fly out of there, because apparently all stones can fly. So, you know.
Yeah, even though we established that these stones are fucking sentient within the series, this stone just like do you think the Dreamstone when the Chris like, oh yes, I can finally die. My time has come. I've been waiting for this day. My powers are too vast and non-comprehensible that no one should have this power. Right?
But why does he want to die? Just because he's too incomprehensible of a power? I felt like it's gonna be more like, I don't want to share your dreams as a king anymore. They're too disturbing.
He just realized my powers are too dangerous. Let me die.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But then he's cursed, and then so Minjo explains that, if I recall correctly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so. Then she just kind of, with literally a snap of her finger, she fucks with everyone, right?
Yeah.
That's also kind of...
Senna becomes a Funko Pop as well.
Yeah.
And everything.
Sayo ends up swimming with the fishes, literally in this case, right?
Yeah. And then Shigeru gets a fucking ice shaving on his head.
Yeah, he gets the vice.
And I'm really glad they made it a callback to that episode. It's like the early episode when he gets the vice. Right, which is great. And I like how I was like, oh man, it's like that scene. So that meme, Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb. Like if I had a nickel for every time this oddly specific thing happens, right? I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it happens too specifically, right?
Yeah.
If I had a nickel for every time Shigeru gets a large retainer device stuck through it, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's more than I need to have.
Yeah, it's weird that it happened twice, man. Oh god, yeah, that's actually I also like the fact that like Hakata Minami is like actually kind of helpful in here, because
boy, I can't wait to get to his part.
Oh god, honestly, I'm so glad it actually happened too, because it's like it was vague references. We'll get there, but like
but then Sayo starts drowning. She's in the water.
Yeah.
She should be drowning. She's not surviving in this thing.
Yeah, and so, she basically fucks with everyone, but then, the mechs come in, and then we find out the reason why they're here is because the good doctor, right? He had enough sense to go in and get the stones and place them on the Rangers, I don't know if we call them Rangers, really.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, they place them on them as they're sleeping so they can come in and help, right?
Yeah.
But even then, it's not enough, because then you get fucking you get Minjo basically summoning in one of the previous big monsters that they had before, right? And then she starts sending everyone off everywhere else to someplace.
Yeah.
Like you get Senna, Senna and Mabushina, and I believe is his name, right? They get sent off basically to the palace in Crystalia, right?
In wedding dress. Oh yeah, that's the thing that happens in Sentai. Usually, so that's one of the common episode tropes that they try to do every year. Is a wedding theme episode. Well, you'd be actually amazed how many times a year they try to put an actress in a wedding dress.
Really?
Right?
Is that
thing?
They
do that a lot. They try to do it at least once at some point every season.
Oh, wait. Oh my god! No, because I was like wondering if did they do that with they did that with Zen Kaiju with the fucking episode of with his Jetman. Oh god, I'm so mad at that too.
Yeah.
I felt like that's a twofer. They get to make fun of the joke and do the wedding theme dress. Oh.
Yeah, they get to do that. Like wedding dress tropes are very common within Sentai. Yes, because they want to put the actress in a wedding dress or something. I don't know why. It's really weird how they just like hey, we want you to wear a wedding dress this episode.
Yeah, I'm like. The thing is, with Mabushina and the whole joke, right, that they're doing where he's like, they're trying to wed her like to one of the previous villains, which is, again, pretty funny. Also, the king, very weird in this episode.
Yeah, well, it's explained.
Yeah, I mean, it is explained, but man, he really sees him in a weird light. It's fucking ridiculous, but like, Mabushina in the wedding dress makes sense. Senna being in the wedding dress, I have no idea where that's going for, because they didn't make a joke for it out. She's just in a wedding dress. You know,
right?
Like if they incorporated her somehow, like I legit thought like when the king came in and talking about a wedding, I thought he was gonna like literally try to get Senna and like Mabushina to do a thing.
Oh, well, that's too progressive. That's too much progressive writing. You better stop that right now, William. Hey, Japan's not gonna like for you making that type of joke, all right?
Whatever.
I honestly thought that too. I was very confused by that scene. I was like.
Yeah, and then
I also thought that was my actual thought process too. That was going on, but then no. Here's your real husband or some shit, and then she just straight up headbutts the fuck out of that guy.
Great, honestly. And then he's just on the ground, like, and then the king rushes by them. It's like, oh, son, are you okay? He's like, no, father, I'm okay. I'm like, so stupid.
He's like, oh no, you're the first real child I ever loved.
Oh my god, I forgot we did that joke too.
I forgot that was a key plot line we wrote
has a whole second family in another world.
And that he doesn't love his own children.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
I forgot how many stupid jokes we made throughout Kiramager.
And they come back once again.
Yeah.
It's like poetry, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But fucking, yeah, I mean, after she headbutts him or something, right? I think...
Yeah, Tomitomo and Jiro comes in and everything.
Right, yeah. And they're like, oh, you guys are here. And then they were following the little girl or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. And then we find out that the little girl was Mabushina as a child.
Right. And then, they're like, okay, let's go and follow her, right? And then Mabushina gets captured by the Remudan or the Ram.
Yeah, the Ram enemy of the week.
Yeah,
or whatever.
The Ram. Right. Yeah. And he literally captures and he captures her, binds her, right? And then before she gets the Ram is looking to shatter her in the dream, right? And so like she's like, oh, but we can't, like, oh, you hit the guy's got to go find a dreamer, and then she says, don't worry, this whole dream is a hint as to who the dreamer is, because it's created from their memories, right? And so basically she gets destroyed, right? She's not dead, but she's destroyed. And then sorry, I'm trying. Oh no, yeah. So she gets destroyed, and then I think the Ram was making a reference, right? Because at least the subtitles seem to indicate it, right? Because the thing is, the Ram, after Mabushina is destroyed, it's like it says Rem, right? So that's like a reference to Re:Zero, right? Because like the actress is like the voice actress for Mabushina. It was like the voice actress for Rem in Re:Zero. I don't know if that was.
Is it?
Yeah, that was the thing. Remember? At least I recall.
Is the actress from Mabushina the actress Rem from Re:Zero?
Hold on, Mabushina. Princess Mabushina. If I recall correctly, if I go actors. Yep, Rem in Re:Zero says here in the wiki. Yeah, that's...
Oh, really? That's crazy. I did not realize that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, but then again, it's been 4 months since we really had Kiramager in our heads. But yeah, she voices Mabushina. Rem. Well, whatever. Words.
Oh, wow. I did not realize that.
Yeah, and so then you get the... I mean, basically the three are in a pinch, having to fight the ram. When a door appears behind him, and then Tamatomo and Jiro go while Senna goes ahead and holds off the ram enemy, right? So then they jump through, right, and they land in Jotunheim, or at least the lair of Jotunheim, right?
Yeah.
Also, this is like the first time I ever really it's never been made clear to me that pollution was probably the enemy in this, because they make mention of the fact that once they reach Jotunheim, they mention the smell. I'm like, wait, was that the theme from Kiramager? Was that the theme all along? No, it was
never established.
I mean, it's weird because the thing is,
they never established anything about this place. We did, like when we were talking about the series, if I remember correctly, we were like, this place that Garuza and Tarantula are at is nowhere. It's irrelevant because they don't establish a location within the series of context.
Yeah, and then
for us, the audience, to assume, right?
Yeah,
because we know the Kiramagers are on a base on Earth.
Yeah,
and we establish that because it sounds like this god awful planet. Who knows how many light years and galaxies? But every time we cut to Tarantula and Garuza, they're just in this fucking area. We're like, where the fuck? This place could be anywhere. It could be Crystalia, it could be another planet, it could be the dumpster behind the Chuck E. Cheese out on 5th Street, right, where the fire happened, right, on...
Yeah, Jesus.
Okay, I was trying to continue, but I gave up. But I gave up trying to think of more things to say before it got real dark.
Yeah, Jesus, fuck. But,
yeah, right, but yeah, it's, this location of Yoda means absolutely nothing to us at the audience, because there is no context of this location, right? In terms of relationship to where the main series at, right? It's like how in the Legion of Doom, not Legion of Doom, Legion of Supervillain, right? Right, that show, the old Hanna-Barbera, right? How every time we got to, they're in that skull place in the middle of the swamp, but they indicate, hey yo, where our secret base is in a swamp or some shit, right?
Yeah,
Right, but within this, there is no context of anything.
Yeah, I mean, we actually get the first context of where their base is in this episode, and in this episode only. Yeah. Because they do the zoom out. It's like, oh, we're in fucking Jotunheim, because they see Garuza come. It's like, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, oh, they realize they're in Jotunheim. They do the zoom out, and then we find out that they're in that little vortex they always show when they show Jotunheim itself.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, well, shit, that's where they are, I guess. Right? But, I mean, Garuza's confused, but then, Minju, before Garuza just decides to deal with them or whatever, Minju comes in and is like, yeah, they're my prey, let me deal with this, right? And then, they go ahead and try to fight her. We do get some cool slow motions. I like when Jiro, when he transforms and he jumps and then towards, Minju, trying to slash her. That was a fun slow motion scene. Yeah. You get to him trying to slash at her, but then she just snaps her fingers, and then his fucking sword turns into a popsicle.
Yeah.
Right.
One thing I do like is the set location. We get good set pieces throughout this movie.
Also, right? What's also great is that we made this statement earlier, and again, I don't know what you're going to be uploading first, so I guess it doesn't really matter whether I mention it or not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, but in the how we said, oh yeah, the transitions don't make sense for them to go from location to location, like with Yu Soldier and versus Kiramager or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we say that
it actually makes sense.
It makes
it's all
sense.
Dream sequence.
Yeah, it's a dream sequence, and so she does a slash, and then
no more tricks, wizard.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a great fight. From what I'm again, Minju is fucking great. She's
all of her fights. The fight that they have with her is great.
Yeah, honestly, and she's just it's just so easy for her to fuck with them, and so it feels if the whole fight with her and and the Kiramagers reminds me a lot of the what I like about Jetman, because in Jetman, right, the whole why I love that so much, aside from the character drama and stuff, right, is how in every fight the Jetmen barely win their fights every single episode. They get beat up, and they win by the skin of their goddamn teeth, right? And so you get the similar sensation here when because Tamatomo and Jiro are getting their fucking asses kicked. Like it is.
Also, this fight sequence is very good. Hey, remember how they had a gun in the show and how they use fucking stupid coins or some shit? Hey, we get that again. I already forgot that toy does that, where it shoots like those stupid dish shit, right?
Yeah, and then because you only. Oh, sorry, but like we see those with Tamatomo, like, oh look, yeah, he had that, right?
Yeah, we had that. That was the thing within this show that they forgot it. They don't bother bringing up that much.
Yeah, and then they make it a point here, right? And so she just again snaps her fingers and just redirects the bullets right at him, and everything explodes, right?
Yeah,
and it's just also there's a lot of explosions, and it's really fucking fun to see the explosions, Like I love because again I love like when the ram creature just smacks his hands into the ground and a whole bunch of explosions head up towards Tamatomo, and it's like it's so fast and quick, and it's just like it's a really nice pace for an action scene,
Right.
And I mean, then again, they just make a really good use of the explosions. It's really fun.
Right. But, yeah, and then as they're getting their ass kicked, a bunch of mysterious letter falls out of the sky. Like, what's with these letters? These letter means nothing. And then due to our expertise in Japanese, obviously, right, we realize that you were supposed to switch the letters around, you idiot. Oh, how did you not realize that?
Yeah, you think for a message from the dream, right? It would be a lot more. It wouldn't be so haphazard. They would know how to spell it out. But we had to have the confusion, right?
Yeah.
So
Jiro dreams up a giant glass dildo to save the day.
I don't like that you called it that. I hate that you called it that. But yeah, I mean they figure out the message, like basically it was his thing, right? No, it wasn't. No, it is his catchphrase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he dreams up and I refuse to call it that. A glass pencil, okay?
Yeah. This long glass shaft.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. I stop, right? But it's like this is like. For a series about like how inspiration can make people shine, this is one of the times where like it makes sense, right? Because they're in a dream and he's like, oh yeah, his inspiration, like he can use it to make things happen, to make them come true, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like you see him using his imagination, one of his strong suits, to actually change up the dream, right? And so he's like, oh, I figured out what the message is from. It's from the Dreamstone, right? And so he's saying, oh yeah, since we can dream up anything here, we are invincible here. And so
that's right.
And so it's like they do this with like Jiro, where he always draws on a notepad and then whatever he draws becomes real. But in here it's so much more satisfying to actually see him draw it out in real life and have it happen, It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just like it's such a good use of it for once, right? And it's just like then you get like he draws like the what's the word I'm looking for?
He draws a ladder.
Yeah, he draws a ladder. He makes the world a shinier place, I guess, right? And then he makes it to daytime and everything, and then he changes locations like, oh, I can do whatever, right? And then he makes He makes the what do you call it? The fire truck.
Basically, he's like, reality can be whatever I want it to be. All right.
Yes. Okay. And so he goes. Okay. You see, now I'm thinking. Real quick? What color was the reality stone?
Wasn't it? It was green. No.
Was it red?
No, red was power.
No, that was purple.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Fuck, god damn it. What color is the...
Because you mentioned it, and now I'm thinking of the parallel.
Really? It was yellow? I don't think...
Wait, for which one? Yellow was the Mind Stone, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is out of date. Fuck, I keep forgetting that they change all the stones because of the MCU. Fuck, I hate because of that shit. All the stones color got switched around, they got changed. What is the new power? Red. Oh, it is red. Oh yeah, that's right. It was in the Aether. It was in the Aether from from everyone's favorite Thor movie, Thor 2: The Dark World.
Oh, the movie I've never seen.
The movie every MCU fan should watch over and over again.
Sure.
Thor: The Dark World.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, he makes reality whatever he wants it to be, right? And then,
That's right.
He has fire change
into his truck. He makes it in the Dark World himself.
Yeah, exactly. And then fire basically changed the location again. And then it's a fucking garden, right? And so once the garden thing happens, once
again, a really nice set piece for this fight to be in.
It's really good. He draws out fucking I don't know the Yellowstone's name. I don't remember.
Shub Yellow.
Shovello, right? Shovello. Yeah.
Shovello.
Yeah.
He makes a red one. I was gonna get to that later in the show in this review. So he brings he creates a red Shub Yellow for some god awful reason, I guess.
For a new toy, I guess.
I'll explain to you why later.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, there's a reason. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So he makes a red Shub Yellow, and that's it. And then it turns out if you send a fucking 100-pound machine against a human, and it's not gonna work out. It turns out. Yeah, it turns out that mankind's reliance on autonomy will lead to its downfall.
Jesus, that also reminds me. It's a point I wanted to mention. Are there humans in Jotunheim? I'm confused.
No, it's just machines, right? I mean, Crystal.
No,
Jotunheim.
No, please remember, Garza is the only Crystal person who defected, right?
Oh, that's right. Oh, Yoda. Oh, you're talking about Yoda. I thought you were talking about Crystal.
Oh no, Jotunheim. Because Mincho is
is it Yoda? Is just all the weird, stupid, fucking bodysuit, head people or some shit.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I guess. But then you get Minjo, and so she just really confuses me because I'm like, are there humans there? What's going on?
Or do they have a human form or some shit?
Yeah, it's kind of like, what's going on with this? Are they human, or do they just change into humans? And what's the point?
Yeah.
Right?
Did Minjo dream to be a real human?
Huh.
Right.
I mean, that'd be really sad if that was the case. But anyway, I mean, confusing origins aside, right?
Yeah. We found out that it was all Garza's dream. It turns out.
Yeah, because it explains the king so much, though. Again,
it explains. It explains everything within the show. Like, it explains the secret, the entire. The plot of the movie, the background of the movie, like how it's all been Garza dreams, and everything has been through his interpretation of events, right? That's why the king's a fucking idiot, because he's always saw his brother as an incompetent idiot and everything, right? And why Mabushina's like a small, because he still views, I assume he still views Mabushina as like his fucking
like younger niece,
young niece and everything, right? Right, so it makes sense, which is really good. I actually like that. Like, this plot is actually really good.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes a lot of sense.
Like, even though Garza is even though he is bad guy, right? Doesn't mean he is bad guy.
Nah. Yeah. So I mean, this is like, it's like one of those things where I'm like, for what happened at the end of the season, this would have helped in establishing a little bit of how, like, he's not all bad, right?
Yeah, it adds to Garza's character and everything, right?
And then you get Minjo. I mean, they start explaining how he may have fallen asleep. And again, they go to that warehouse. They really like that warehouse or something, right?
Yeah, you mean F30? What warehouse? The only place I know is F30. All right. I only know coordinate location F30.
Nah, but yeah, but yeah, at F30, right? They really like F30. They put him to sleep in F30.
Yeah, Garza. It turns out Garza was betrayed and everything.
Peace. Mincho wants to take his top spot.
Yeah. Then they figure it out. And everything. And just then back in the real world and everything. Before Minjo kills Garza, everyone wakes up and realizes the plan. Like, everyone wakes up due to the power of Pineapple Pen.
Good God. It finally happened, and it's happened here, and it's great. I'm just like, God, if this was part of the main series, then I wouldn't have complaints about that either, right? Because, like, They actually use his whole thing.
Because in the Masons, they've been hinting at it. They've done reference to it, but they haven't gone out all the way, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not sure how the whole, like, because this, I don't know if the Pen Pineapple Apple Pen song is owned by one of Toei's parent companies or whatever, right? I don't know who's the production. Okay, apparently AVAX is the company. I don't know what their business relationship to Toei is, right? So I don't know, right? Because you can get away with making reference to songs, right?
Yeah, that's pretty harmless.
Right. And so that we don't have to pay the license and everything, well, right? So because that's what I assume that's why they've been doing throughout the entire series. Why they've just been making like just references to Pineapple Apple Pen, right? Was because Toei didn't want to shell out and buy and get like the full music license and everything to Pineapple Pen, right? And it actually means that they actually went out the way it did it in the movie with Hakatami Yami, because it's just great, and it really
so
also makes it great because it is established that within the movie everyone hates the song.
It's really good.
It turns out the young Japanese youth do not like this song.
Like they're all dancing to it too, right? Which is actually kind of funny. Like you see them like you see like Sayo do the thing. You see Sky Mage actually do it, and they're all dancing to it. It's fucking wild what's going on.
Yeah, they do the full moon, then they wake up, they realize they don't like that song. It's like this song is not TikTok worthy enough for them to use.
God, I just love that they yell at him to just fucking shut up, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah. Like, I thought you youth still love it. I thought you millennials or Gen Z or whatever the fuck generation that uses TikTok loves this. Yeah, and it's like it turns out like literally the only reason why Minjo loses in this entire was because of Pineapple Apple Pen. That's literally the only reason she lost. She literally lost because of Pineapple Apple Pen.
It's really good because like I mean I guess we should say because like before they did that whole thing, Minjo was about to destroy the Dreamstone and Garaza in one blow. But you get like fucking Shigeru, Sayo, and Senna basically they come in and fucking stop her from doing that. Also, I really love the fact that they brought like I mean Sayo not so much, but for Senna and Shigeru, they brought back what makes them so, like special in their own right. Because it's like Sayo basically stops the first blow, and then she tries again at the stone, and then you get Shigeru who extends the sword, and then he gets
that was the thing that was the thing that happened.
Yeah, and then you get Senna who actually looks like she ran fast as fuck to get the Dreamstone. Gets it, and then removes the curse from the stone, and so therefore freeing everybody.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fun to see, right? And then once everyone wakes up, so does Garza. And then Garza.
Everyone gets up, and then Garza gets annoyed about it.
This is probably my favorite scene of Garza ever, right? Because like Minjo always seems so confident, but she's kind of pissed that everything went wrong. But once Garza gets up, she's just fucking terrified.
Yeah.
And then you kind of see why, because he just fucking picks her up and literally makes everything explode with just his fucking anger. It is like the most badass scene I've ever seen in a Garza here, because Minjo, in like throughout this whole thing, showed herself as one of the most competent villains there is. But as soon as Garza wakes up, that's just gone. She's just pushed over, and then it's like she's just asking for forgiveness. Like, you take care of them. I'm fucking pissed off at you, and he fucking just walks away. It's literally the most badass thing I've ever seen from Garza ever. And so like. So he just walks away, and then she's like, "Well, I guess I just gotta kill you now." Yep. And she summons.
And then everyone's here. Everyone's back. The whole game wakes up and everything. And then we learn that the fucking the Dreamstone is sentient, right? Even though it hasn't been established that was the sentient, but we had but we forgot that since he's from Crystallia, every fucking stone is sentient in some way.
Yeah. Right. And then
so he's sentient. And then they transform. And whatnot, they do their transfer. They fight the enemy off. They do the power of Dream. They go for fighting in the warehouse to fucking. Here's the worst part. I didn't like how this transition happened. This is like the most awkward transition. I actually had to do a double take when I was watching this because I thought I missed a scene right? It's really bad how this transition happened.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
They just cut straight into this other area.
Yeah, like Ulysses Minjo says, get them, right?
Uh-huh.
Like fight, right? And then it just hard cuts to them outside. Usually in these type of scenes, what you would do is you get like an explosion, the Rangers would jump back, right? Like and then you would cut to the new establishing location, right?
Yeah.
But no, this is so awkwardly done. It made no sense. And I was watching, I was like, why didn't we just fucking put Garza in the goddamn concrete where the fuck this building location is to begin with?
Yeah, it would have been fine, but like it could have also worked as they did, like, I don't know, maybe they were either pushed back or they like pushed the enemies like to like off screen.
Or I was thinking, just literally, you could have had Garza be asleep in this fucking building, in this Home Depot parking lot the entire time, and it would have made no difference, right? And it would have made more sense from editing for them. It's just so fucking weird when I was watching this, how they just hard cut like that.
Yeah, but in spite of that, we do get some. Honestly, probably one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in the Kiramager season.
Yeah, there's some good fight scenes. Yeah, they give every character stuff. Shigeru jumps off a thing.
Yeah,
right,
I mean, it's
say stuff.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Anyway, awesome stuff. So, I guess Shigeru basically jumps off of a rope and starts slashing at people. You get like a scene with Sayu who very creatively grabs.
Yes, I have cantaloupes now. Yes.
Oh, damn! I want cantaloupe now. Anyway, but yeah, you also get a scene with Sayu who's shooting everyone, and this is actually pretty creative. Where I like where she downs an enemy. She starts to get surrounded, but she runs towards the enemy she downs, and then with her feet kind of grabs him, props him up, hides behind the enemy, and then while all the other enemies shoot at her, they actually hit the downed enemy that she's using as a shield. Yeah. Then she pops out of cover and shoots everyone else, which is actually pretty fucking clever. I actually like that. And then I'm just going through. She also fights Ramadan. Then you get like a scene of Takamichi and Minjo basically fighting, right, with explosions just like going off everywhere, right? And that's also really good.
Then turns out she's a ghost and she can just phase through everything.
Yeah. Also, really cool power though. I really like that. But of course Takamichi wins once he basically just blows up the fucking ground with his drill.
Yeah. I don't know. He does the Pokemon logic of using Earthquake. All right. I'll use Earthquake. All right. Earthquake would never fail me if my opponent is not a flying or does not have levitate.
And so. God damn it, fuck. But yeah, I mean, so she's basically fucked over. Everyone else fights the ram creature and fuck it over.
And then finally Jiro comes in. The best part is like during this entire scene, you have the other Rangers have their like own character moment, and they never show Jiro fight. Do you think Jiro was like he had to run around these building towers to get high ground just to do this one move?
Probably,
guys, he's like, you guys fight him while I run around to get to the high ground to do my cool overhead attack.
Yeah, exactly. But but once that happens, fucking Minju pleads to Tarantula for some darkness energy.
Yeah, give me some power. Ravioli, give me some power.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then we get an actual, we get a new sort of. It's just basically Ram with a new, with a mask. But still, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Then everything turns to night. Whoa.
Yeah.
And then also fucking she can just shoot like goat heads out of her hands.
I guess so.
It was weird. I don't know.
So everything's at night. The Ranger calls into Mecha. King Express comes in and he's like, oh hey remember the sister Zuban, not King, Zuban, and he fucking explains to the audience, hey, oh by the way, Minjo is the sister of Number by the way, from the TV series, in case no one put 2 and 2 together, or in case it's been 20 episodes since that episode aired, right?
Yeah. And it's really great to kind of see them bring back like the backstory. That was pretty good of them to do, right? Where basically it's a reason for why King Express kind of comes in.
Yeah.
And then they all three mechs end up fighting against the Minju monster. I don't know. I don't know if it has a name. It's whatever. So they all fight. I think it's probably one of the quickest fight scenes I've ever seen, right?
Yeah, and then the Dreamstone comes out. He's like, okay, I'm gonna use my dreams, and here is why I'm fucking mad about this shit. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do my new power, where it's like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. Like, where King just becomes like this stupid. It's supposed to be like a cannon, but it's so fucking stupid how it's done. This is the dumbest fucking. This is actually lazy as fuck. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. So
right?
Considering this is kind of my first in a while, you're gonna have to explain why. Is it just because it's a V, or is it like?
It's not because. So here's the thing about Sentai movies, and right. So like I always remember, I have to kid. Remember, Sentai is literally just one big commercial to sell toys to Japanese schoolboys between the ages of 6 and 12. So usually in these Sentai movies, what they do is they do something called a movie exclusive shit, right? Like, hey, this is something that's only in the movie that may not come back in the TV show, and they promote some fucking some new Megazord toy, and usually 98% of the time it's just a repaint of an existing Zord or a remold, right? Like if a Megazord had the shape of a crocodile, here's the movie Alligator Zord, right? Oh, what's that? What's that Condor Zorg in the show? Check out the movie Eagle Zorg, right?
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Right, so usually in the set, they use it as a promotion for like a new fucking toy, right? We don't get that shit. Like the closest we get was Shove Yellow being red, and I thought that they were gonna go all the way with that gimmick, where I don't know, where the stupid dreams are like, oh don't worry, I'll fight too or some shit, right? And he just transformed into an all red, even though that would have been super fucking lazy, right? Of an all red version of Kiramager, I would have accepted that more instead of him just becoming a giant fucking V, which is the dumbest fucking thing ever. This shit looks so fucking dumb. Right? I would have liked if they had like some movie exclusive Zord. Right here, I'll give you some example. You talk about how stupid this thing's name is.
Okay, I mean, what was the name of it? Because I think it was
a King Express Zuban Dream Jumbo Victory Bazooka.
That's too much. They make the joke about that. Yeah, it was like a too long of a name.
You were like, yeah, check out my cool Megazord name, right?
Yeah.
Then they call him out on that, saying this is the dumbest fucking thing. This is the dumbest fucking thing ever, Drew. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, but I mean the whole, after they shoot out the cannon, she dodges it for one quick sec, but then they're like, loser,
right, so here's an
you're
example
about to die.
of a movie Megazord.
Oh, okay.
So within this, you keep. I'm gonna post in the group chat. You keep talking.
Yeah, but yeah. So basically, she doesn't look up, and then the dream cannon basically eviscerates the fuck out of her, and then they win the day, and then everything's good now. Dreamstone decides to go on a journey, and it's like, oh, before I go, even I know I connected with you guys pretty well, I'm gonna go and give you one more dream, and then hey,
I'll be back, like you'll call upon my power again, right? I'll definitely be back. I'm definitely not a one-time movie character or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
And then they basically just do the
you'll remember me, hopefully in the last episode, and as you call upon my power, right?
Oh my god. They didn't even call upon his power, right? He's just
we forgot about it.
Yeah, it's just, they mentioned that they did this.
The thing doesn't even appear in the last episode too. That's the best part.
God, yeah.
Right?
And so,
which is funny as fuck.
Yeah, honestly. And so basically you get it's a dance. It's basically the whole fucking dance.
Dance.
And so I guess that's it. And then it just ends with the dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they wave bye to like the Dreamstone, and then they just wave bye, and that's it.
Yeah, don't worry, Dreamstone. We can't wait to see you again. Now that we established you to be a character within our universe, I hope we don't forget you like how we forgot about Mabushina's mother throughout the rest of the series.
Oh my god, that's also kind of what's annoying, because it's like, so we're basically done with talking about the whole episode as a whole, right? But the thing is, it's like, it's extraordinarily solid. It's an extraordinary solid episode, right?
Yeah.
And so it's
like I said, Minjo is like probably one of the best things to come out of this.
Yeah.
Like her and Yodana are definitely the best characters throughout that here now.
Mm-hmm. And so it's like I'm watching this. I'm like, it gives me this. It's like a lot of this. The reason why I like a lot of this because it gives me a lot of Jetman vibes. You know, of how good like it got right in terms of like in action and drama. Because and it kind of reminds me of like I think it was either one episode or 2 episodes. I don't remember how long she lasted, but there was the Empress in Jetman, right? Who only appeared for an episode or 2 while she's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna kick everyone's ass and I'm just gonna raise this monster who is destined to destroy everything, right? Because it's like the strongest thing ever. But at some point she just ends up losing, and so like in the 1 or 2 episodes or however long she lasted, but she didn't last long. She was a limited view, and Minjo kind of reminds me of that, of like an extraordinarily strong character who shows up but doesn't really show like who doesn't have any real staying power within the show, but she appears and then she's gone, right? And so that's kind of the thing. And so in a sense, I'm okay with that. I'm also kind of not, because again, I kind of want her to stay, because she's honestly one of the best characters I've seen in Kiramager. But then, but it's like, man, this was such a great episode, and it is such a disservice that the only thing we get in the main series is this episode as a callback.
As a small callback that's irrelevant to the final thing.
And it's like, it feels so disrespectful to this episode, because it's actually really good, you know? And because like Kiramager's okay. I'm kind of like in like overall I'm just like, yeah, it's only okay. And so like they do some things right, but there's a lot of other things wrong, and so it doesn't elevate it. But the thing is, there are moments where they have some good drama, right? They have it's sometimes lighthearted, but it's also sometimes serious, and that's what's kind of like the serious bits are what's good about Kiramager, and everything else is kind of, but it meanders too long. We've had this discussion before already. We did a series review, I believe.
Yeah. For the audience, up now on our YouTube channel somewhere. I don't fucking know. You can look it up yourself.
Yeah, and so
that's the best way for me to put a moment. It's to tell them to look for it.
Oh my god. But
like, if you want my gold, you'll have to find it, alright?
Oh my god.
I hidden the gold in our review, alright?
You hidden the gold in the review.
I hidden our gold, alright? All of our treasure can be found in the review.
But yeah, it's just like...
yeah.
And it's just... This is a great... I wish this was, like, this quality was what all of Kiramager was. Because if it was like this... That season would have been the most fantastic season among the most fantastic seasons I've ever seen in Sentai ever.
Yeah, Kiramager would have been the best season you have ever watched within the only 2 Sentai show you have ever watched. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just it's a shame. It's a shame, really. So, but I'm glad we had this, because if anything, if there's anything I'm gonna look back on, it's gonna, like, when it comes to Kiramager, it's probably just going to be this, honestly.
Yeah.
Because this really stands out.
How it has a character that was introduced in the show that they forgot about, right? And that was one of my biggest problems. Like, because when we were discussing watching our weekly, we were always, hey, remember that sister character? What the fuck happened to that bitch? They made her all to be so important, and then just like, that's the thing about Sentai movies. They always try to make it irrelevant to the main series, like pretty much make it so that you don't have to watch the movie to understand. Like if you don't watch the movie, you're not missing out on anything. Like the movies are pretty much just like OVAs, where it happens, it's self-contained within its own scenario, right? Like it's barely, whenever it's usually either a one-off thing, right? I was like, hey, I was like, oh boy, hey, I was like a nonchalant thing, like, hey, yo, that was a great field trip we went to over the weekend. That was a great camping trip, right? And that's it, right? Or sometimes where it's actually, it makes it relevant to the movie, where it's like a post-series type of shit, right? But I'm really like how this movie, in fact, it was in the middle of the season, it's like, I legitimately forgot. I had honestly 100% the answer that they legitimately forgot the character Minjo, and they had to and someone was rewatching the series, one of us, hey, remember that character in episode 20? What did we ever do with that character? They're like, uh-oh, did we forgot about the character? I thought we wrote that, and then they went to their show, like, nope, quickly, write a movie, write this in the show.
Yeah. But I mean, this is pretty solid, and I think it's worth the watch.
I like it. I love the actress from Enjoy. She's fucking great.
Yeah.
She has a good presence on screen.
So that's her stage name. Okay. So I mean, I just decided to look her up. So her name is Shizuka Saito. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Her stage name is Mitsu Dan, or Dan Mitsu, as PC would reverse that, but great actress. She was like the perfect choice, honestly.
Yeah.
No complaints about her acting at all. I only wish we got more of her within the mainstay, but I mean, yeah, that's about it.
That's pretty much it. I enjoyed it. It was great. Nothing else to really say at this point.
Yeah. Give it a watch if you're interested, basically.
Yeah.
Definitely have to watch.
All right, that's it. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands, wear a mask. Get your shots. Okay, thanks, bye.